Well, here we go. Great golf. Let's just get this over with. So here we've got the title screen, and... It's a nice little tune it plays. And it looks pretty good. This might actually be a decent game in the Great Sports Series. Alright, so you can play up to 4 players. That's a promising sign. It's assuming that people would want to play the game with you. You get to enter your name. Okay, alright. You've got to differentiate the players from each other, and names are as good a way as any to do that. And it lets you choose which clubs to bring with you. It lets you pick 14 clubs, so you can pretty much bring everything. And it even tells you at the beginning here how far each club can hit the ball. That would be a very useful thing to show in-game. Unfortunately, it does not. It does lead me to think, hey, this game might actually have some depth to it, some strategy, like real golf. Unfortunately, no. I don't think I used anything except for the 1 wood, the 2 wedges, and my putter the entire time I played. Granted, I did not finish the course. You just saw me sprinkle some grass. That is actually an indication of which way and how fast the wind is blowing, which it also tells you up there in the upper left where it says 0M. Apparently that's 0 miles per hour. There's no wind in this hole. And that is about as good a first shot as I could hope for. So at first I'm thinking this might not be too bad. But then I notice it's telling me how far I have to get to the cup, but not how far my club will hit. Alright, well, we'll give it a shot. And it's already starting to get tedious just after the second stroke. How long it takes to load. Look at this. This is on a cartridge-based game. And it doesn't even look that great. So why is it loading so much? I love how though you can still pick up grass and sprinkle it while you're in the sand trap. Alright, so we're going to use our sand wedge. Just kind of... No, right over the green. I'll admit, I do that a lot in most golf games. I can't blame... One thing that I can blame this game for is that nerve-wracking hissing noise that it makes after each shot. I guess it's supposed to be the spectators applauding and cheering. You're not really supposed to cheer that much during a golf game, but it continues from the time you finish your shot right up until you press the button after it's done loading for the next shot. And you've seen how long it takes to load. That's a lot of hissing, and it doesn't sound good at all. Here I'm starting to realize that the green is sloped, but it doesn't really give me any indication of how the slope goes. On the next hole, I do figure out that there is a way to see that, but it still doesn't tell you accurately what the slope looks like. So already, by the end of the first hole, I'm starting to think, wow, this really is a great sports game. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. Even short putts in this game are difficult, and I don't believe that I managed to sink a single putt unless I was right up on it. Okay, no, that one I wasn't right up on it. The other ones, as you will see, I had to be right next to it and just kind of knock it in. And it took a little bit of luck to get there. From this point on, I'm going to spare you the loading screen because, And I will tell you that this footage was about 15 minutes long, and this review is less than 8 minutes long. So cutting out the loading time and the time that it took me to select my club, which wasn't long at all, and set up my shot, which wasn't long at all, cut out about half of the gameplay footage, and that's after the first hole, where I left the loading times in. So if you like spending half of your time playing a game watching it load, by all means, pick up Great Golf. Now here is where I find out, oh, if I hit the other button when I'm on the green, it shows me the slope. Every time I do so, it tells me it's sloping downhill, slightly to one side or the other. It looks exactly the same every time. Does not help me one bit. Now here, as you can see, I'm right on top of the hole. All I had to do was tap the button a couple of times to get the guy to swing, and the ball goes in the cup. At the end of hole 2, I'm 8 over par. Not a very good start. And granted, I'm not very good at golf games, like most types of games, but I always do better than that. Don't even ask me what she was just trying to say there. I have no fucking clue. But I make par. So at the end of hole 3, I'm still only 8 over par. I'm doing a little bit better. I start to think to myself, maybe I can slog through this whole game. First shot of hole 4. Alright, into a bunker. Whatever. I'm not going to let it bother me. Then this happens. That was not fun. But I finally make a good shot into another bunker. Pitch it up onto the green. Looks pretty close to the hole there. Turns out not really. And you see, it looks like it rolled pretty far past the cup. It didn't. This game doesn't actually depict anything very accurately. So now after the 4th hole, I'm 17 over par, and this is when I decide, you know what? Fuck this game. I'm going to play something with at least some redeeming qualities. Yeah, I'd rather play Paperboy. And I don't even like Paperboy. So that's an indication right there. If you enjoy playing good games, avoid all of the great sports titles, like an angry hippopotamus that has bird flu. Thankfully, that's all of the great sports titles that I have as of right now, and I'm done with them. Next time, I'm going to play a good game. See you then.